Good morning. How are you? Okay. So good morning to everyone. So this morning it's like I'm seeing an opportunity on GBP JPY. I see an opportunity on GBP JPY. So let's check fundamentals quick. But one thing is the way it's closed, and I've been the pip range on GBP JPY is kind of weird. So I saw this one. So let's check the fundamentals. So today is Tuesday, and I think this week is kind of it's a clean week. You get it? It's a clean week. You don't have high impact news like that. We don't have high impact news like that. So on Tuesday we are having this. Okay, let me share this link to the various groups. Those who are serious. right. Okay. So we are on Tuesday. So today is 8th of October 2024. So let's check the fundamentals and see whether we are going to be having any high impact news today. So today we are not having any high impact news. It's a clean day. So that means we can trade safe without any distraction. Okay. So mostly what happens is when there was high impact, if you are trading currencies, you need to pay attention to high impact news, especially the red folders. You need to pay critical attention to them. So when you see red folder, you need to make sure 30 minutes or an hour before you avoid it. So you wait for the news to be released before you take action. Okay, you wait for news to release before you take action, unless maybe you are already in a trade. If you're already in a trade, what you can do is you have to place your stop loss at the right position or at the right place. You get it. If you have already accepted the risks, you have to put your stop loss in the right position. But if you are in a profit, okay, if the trade has moved in your favor for some if the traders move in your favor for some level, what you can do is what you break even and you allow the trade to run. So high impact news, especially red folders, are very you need to pay critical attention to them. Okay, you don't have to expose your position, or you don't have to expose yourself to high impact news, because anything can happen when it comes to news events. Anything can happen, especially whipsaw. Even though you analyze and the direction will be in your favor, everything, but one thing is what, because there is high volatility, as in more people buying and selling the same currency, so your stop can be what, the market can stop you out and later it will move in your favor. So you need to pay attention to high impact news, okay, especially the red folders. When it is about to be released, you need to what, stay away from the market so it has been released. Okay. So Tuesday we don't have any high impact news. So let's go straight to the chart and see what's happening. So I think today the trade I saw, the currency pair I saw an opportunity was GBP JPY before the 5 o'clock candle closed, the H4 candle closed. But where it closed on wasn't something I liked. It wasn't something I'm interested, because of where it closed. It closed below a resistance. I was expecting this candle to close above. So let's try and break it down and see. So when you move to the monthly time frame, so what we normally do most of the times, what we normally do is what we did top down analysis. We analyze from higher time frame to the lower time frame after checking the fundamentals, the intraday economic events. After checking those things, we move to what, the technical side. So with the technical side, what we normally do is what we do top down analysis. We analyze from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So the same thing that we did on yesterday, now we got a trade. So you get to we will talk about it where we had a trade yesterday. We talk about it too when we get to what, analyzing the well. Can you people hear me well? Is my audio loud and clear? Is it loud and clear? Kindly comment one. Give a comment one in the chat box if you can hear me well, so that I can proceed. Comment one. Just type in one in the chat box and let me know whether you people can hear me. Type one in the chat box if you can hear me. Type one in the chat box if you can hear me clear. All right, so we can proceed. So let's move on to the technical aspect and see. So we are going to analyze GBP JPY. So mostly the currency pair that we focus on most of the times is what, the GBP JPY and what, GBP USD. That's the currency pair that you trade. So especially, let me give this advice to the beginners. This game, for you to become very good in this game, unless maybe you are just passing through next level, the only thing you can be perfect or can be successful in this game is what, stay consistent. One thing is what you are not going to get it a day, you are not going to get it within a month or so. It's going to take you a time. Experience comes with what the number of years or the number of times you are going to stay in the game. So don't expect it to get it within a month, and it's going to take you time. And most people are not consistent in life. Okay, you need to be consistent and show up every day. That's the only way you are going to succeed in this game. That's the only way you are going to succeed in this top-down analysis. So when you move to the monthly time frame, we plot out the various support and resistance levels. You get it? We are going to plot out the various support and maybe they buy and sell currencies for long term. You get it? But we are just interested in the session, or we are just interested in the day, the activities for the day. That's the only thing that you are interested in. You are not interested in what will be happening in the next year, or what will be happening the next year or month. What you are interested in, what the intraday movement. That's the only thing that you are interested. So when you move to the monthly time frame, we had what resistance. We have. So that's the only thing that you are going to check. When you look at the trend, when you look at the trend for the monthly time frame is more of what more of higher highs and higher lows. You get it? The market is what giving us a clue or some hints that this week is going to be what a bullish. This week trend is going to be a bullish trend. With a break. Yeah, so this week trend, the weekly time frame, the way the structure is looking at the weekly time frame, it is giving us a clue or a hint that what it's giving us a clue that it is going to move a weekly solo. So initially it was a downtrend. The moment this candle broke above, it's still the break. So the weekly
is it on YouTube or Telegram? Or Telegram, always explain.
fixing. I think it's drizzling over here. The network is very bad. Mm. Are you getting? Are you seeing the this thing? Are you seeing the screen?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I see.
all right. So the weekly time frame. Okay. So the weekly time frame is an uptrend. Okay, and we are seeing some. We are getting a nice double zones to this side at the weekly time frame. We would have even taken a trade on the weekly time frame, but the stop loss is going to be very wide. You get it? The stop loss is going to be very wide, and on GG, I don't know why the people range is like the people range is very big. The network is worrying me this morning. So when you move to the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, we are having a nice range over here. So it's what? So you have a resistance to over here. So now we are going to check the trend. So the daily time frame trend is what? The daily time frame trend is an uptrend. It's very simple. You get it? The way I trade is very simple. The daily time frame is an uptrend. Very, very simple. When you move to the H4 time frame, this is the trend. This is how you check the trend. So you don't need indicator to tell you where the trend is heading to. So this is the trend. You get it? This is the trend. So there was a change of character, or there was a shift in structure over here. So this is the point in the market. The moment this candle broke above this one, it tends to what? It tends to an uptrend. This is the point the market tends towards an uptrend. So there was a change of character at this side. You get it? There was a change of character at this side. So we had a higher high for some time, but the daily time frame is an uptrend. The daily time frame is an uptrend. So one thing I want to tell you people is what, in trading, everyone sees the market differently. You get it? Everyone sees the market differently. So you are going to be for you to know the pattern that works for you based on your past trades. So that's why I've been emphasizing on mostly you need to what study your past trades. So when you move to the H4 time frame, at the H4 time frame too, the H4 time frame is what? An uptrend. The H4 time frame is an uptrend. This is the point. At this point, this is the point we had what at the various time frame support and resistances. I don't want to get confused when I move to a time frame lower than the higher time frame, and I will not be I will be confused on where I got that support or resistances. Okay, so that's why mostly I use the higher time frame. What I use the higher time frame I use different colors to differentiate among the support and resistance so that I will not be confused if I move to the lower time frame. So there was a shift in character. This is the point that you had a change in character. Okay. There was a change in character or shift in structure at this side. So the market tends towards an uptrend. So now you've noticed that the time frame is an uptrend. And for you to see consistency in the game, you don't have to go against the trend because the majority of the high time frames are what in an uptrend. And for you to see profitability or for you to see consistency in the game, the best thing that I'll be telling you to do is what when the higher time frames are in the same direction, as in if they are all in an uptrend, you don't have to go against the trend. You don't have to go against the trend because most of the times if you try to go against the trend, you are not going to get a big moves. Okay, it's just like maybe a short move and the trend is going to continue. And most of the times too, the reason why most people when they enter a trade and they get stopped out, especially to those who are struggling to make profit, who are struggling to see consistency or to make consistent profit in the market, is what most of the times when they enter a trade, they will start applying or they will start using tight stop loss. And when it happens like that, because you are trading against the trend, your stop loss is going to be you are going to be easily stopped out. The market is going to easily stop you out. So if I have not been implementing this strategy or system in your trading this thing, your trading strategy, I think you need to start doing it. You need to make sure that you are not going against the higher time frame trend. If you try to go against the higher time frame trend, you are going to get stopped out most of the time because I've been there before. I remember those times when I enter a trade, the market will stop me out and later it will move in my favor because I've not been checking this thing. One, I've not been checking the trend. So you need to make sure you are checking the trend. You get it? You need to make sure you are checking the trend. So when you move to the H4 time frame, the H42 is what? An uptrend. This is the point. So I said this is the point this higher high, or sorry, this lower high, it started changing structure around this side. It was a downtrend over here. It's pulled back over here. So continuing towards an uptrend. Okay, so we had the structure over here was very complex. If you are not having an experience, you are going to get confused on how to be able to predict or for you to tell the right trend of the market if you are not an experienced trader. So this is the point the market towards an uptrend. Because of that. Why? kind of. So the moment, so after identifying the trend, so now you've got to realize that the daily time frame is what is equal to the daily time frame is what an uptrend. H4 time frame H4 time, most people don't even hold trees overnight. So you need to focus on what the daily candle structure and the daily pattern structure. You get it? Okay, the daily candle structure and the daily pattern structure. Since most of the times most people don't hold trees overnight, we normally trade sections and those stuffs. So you don't hold trades overnight. So what you have to do is what you need to focus on what the intraday section, the intraday movement. Okay, so the daily structure, the daily candle patterns, and those are the things that you need to focus on. And when you move to the H4 time frame, you need to focus on what the session. So mostly what I did is what I traded H4 candle. That's what mostly I do, because I trade the H4 session. I trade this the H4 candle or the H4 structure, the H4 time frame. You get it. So when you move to the, so now if let's try identify the various support and resistances. So when you are the current support and resistance, we have the resistance over here. This is the valid support and resistance. So currently this is the resistance. This is the resistance over here. So now as price pulled back. So when price pulled back, we are expecting the trend to continue up. You get it? We are expecting the trend to continue to this side. But because the candle didn't break above this one, it's going to be very hard for us to take a buy. So now this candle created a support, but it was supposed to break above this resistance, because when mostly those support and resistances reject price movement. You get it? We reject price movement. That's why this movement, this candle is struggling to break above this resistance level, because mostly the candles really support and resistances really reject price movement. So that's why I usually call them reactionary areas. So anytime price will get to, if price is heading up, anytime price will get to a resistance level, it's either going to break out or a retest that level. So anytime that you get to that level, you need to pay attention to them. So when price gets to, so currently this is the resistance level. So that's why you are seeing price reacting over here. So it's either going to break out, it's either going to break out or it's either going to retest this level. So this side, what you need to do is it's either you take profit, but people usually overlook. You get it? People usually overlook. Get it? You need to always pay critical attention to that. You need to always make sure price has you are either going to take profit or you are going to break even. Anytime that's price get to those level, you are either going to take profit or you are either going to break even if you are in an ongoing trade. So now price is currently retesting. So that's why I was even patient with, I would have even taken trade like what happened yesterday, because if price was able to break above this one, so the break should always be what the body of the candle breaking above. Okay, the break should, you need to always focus on the body of the candles. The wicks are nothing. You get it? The wicks are nothing. So when it comes to analyzing the market, when it comes to candlestick analysis, you mostly take what the body of the candle for your conclusion. We don't take wicks as a conclusion. So this is the wick that I'm talking about. These are the wicks. But always pay attention to the body of the candle. Okay, you need to always pay attention to the body of the candle. That's what mostly we use for what our conclusion. So now the body of the candle refused to break above this resistance level. The body of the candle refused to break above the candle. So now, if you want to take a buy, you would have taken a buy if the candle has broken above this one buy. The candle is still rejecting. So mostly when it comes to the higher time frame support and resistances, I usually use the daily and H4 support and resistances. So now, since H4 time frame is a higher time frame and the H4 candle refused to break, now what I'm going to take into consideration is what the H4 candle needs to break above this one before I'll be able to even take a decision. Okay, because now the lower time frame, one thing you have to notice, what the lower time frames are fake out time frames. So if especially if the 15-minute candle breaks above this one, so let's move to the 15-minute candle, 15-minute time frame and see, and you realize that okay, so I think even at this point, so this is an example that I'm talking about. This one, supposing maybe if it were the H4 time frame breaking above this one, it would have been hard for it to come back. But because the lower time frame, like the 15 minutes, is very difficult for price to what? It's very difficult for because it's 15-minute time frame, we see a lot of fake out. The reason why we see a lot of fake out is what 15-minute time frame is a shorter time frame, and it's candles at every 15 minutes time. For every 15 minutes, a candle is what a candle opens and a candle closes. It's a very short time. Okay, so that's why we are not having, there was no strength in the 15-minute time frame. But when you take the H4 and the daily time frame, if a daily time frame breaks a resistance or a support, you see it took the whole day for the candle to break above the resistance. So it's going to take a long time for it to even fake you out. So that's why I always recommend what I always recommend using the higher time frame. So this one, for instance, you see the 15-minute candle has broken above this resistance, but this one is going to fake you out, assuming maybe you are going to take a sell. It's easily going to fake you out because 15-minute time frame is not a reliable time frame, and you can easily be faked out. Okay, you can easily be faked out. So you need to always pay critical attention to when using the lower time frame. So that's why I don't recommend using the lower time frame. So I was using the lower time frame. I was once using the lower time frame. So my journey in the Forex, so my success in the Forex industry, as I'm currently seeing success in the Forex industry, is based on what my try and error. It wasn't based on like someone holding my hands or those. It was based on my try and error. But doing try and error too is going to take you a long time. But how many people will be able to withstand that? It took me 6 years. You get it? Doing try and error. So most of the things that I'm doing is based on my try and error, my losses and those stuffs that has built me to this side, that I've gotten something that works for me. You get it? I've gotten something that works for you. But it doesn't need to take you that long. Okay? It doesn't need to take you that long. That's why you need a mentor, someone who is seeing results. Then what? You just copy the experience of the person. So as my people, some are seeing results less than a year, 5 months, 4 months, they are seeing results. It doesn't need to take you that long. But me, I did try and error, and it took me 6 years for me to figure out how things works. Okay, so the lower time frames I've traded it before. I've traded the H1 time frame before. Those times I used to analyze on the H1 time frame, taking entries on 15 minutes and the M30, and I used to what lose a lot. Okay, I used to lose a lot, but I started seeing profitability, consistent profitability, when I started focusing on the higher time frame. So if you want to see consistent profitability in the market, I will advise you to what be focusing on the higher time frame. And one disadvantage about the higher time frame is what your frequency of trades are not going to be. You are not going to get trades more often. That's how it happens. When you focus on the higher time frames, you are not going to be getting trades more often. So most of the times you'll be getting trades within a day, within a week, sometimes one or two trades a week. Okay. So I've not taken, like, as I started focusing on the higher time frame, I've not within a month, within a week, I've not taken like more than three trades. The highest is what one or two trades within a week, one or two trades, one high quality trades within a week, and sometimes too I can go the whole of a week and I'll not get a trade. So that is the disadvantage of what focusing on the higher time frame. But when you focus on the lower time frame, I think every day you can get a trade, and which is what not high quality trades. It's not about the number of trades that you take in the industry that is going to make you profitable. It's about the quality of the trades that you are taking. That's the most important thing. So you can make millions in forex trading if you are only taking, even within a month you take like three trades. You are going to be making a lot of money. So if you are starting out, one thing you have to notice, what it's not about the number or the quantity of trades that you are taking that is going to make you successful in the game. So for me, I take only one trade. My highest is what, two within a week. My highest trades I've taken within a week on all the sessions. Doesn't mean I focus on only one session. I focus on what, one or two sections, the London and the New York session, the London and New York session, and so I get one or two trades within a week. And some weeks I can go with no weeks trades. Okay, so it's not about the number of trades you take within a month or within a week that's going to make you profitable. It's about the quality of trades that you are taking. You get the quality of trades that you are taking. So we had a resistance over here, so I can't take a trade, a sell over here. So what I'm going to do is what, I need to wait for this candle to break above this one. So we are going to wait for a break above this one for us to get a confirmation. Even though the trend, it comes to the higher time frame support and resistances, especially the H4, the daily time frame support and resistances, we need to pay critical attention to them. We don't have to overlook them. You don't have to overlook them. Okay, tough for price to. I was kind of skeptical. I was kind of confused on either to take this trade, even though I knew. I even updated my nights waiting for this move, but because of this support, these zones, okay, because of these zones, we were not able to catch this trade. Okay, so those zones, I pay critical attention to them. I don't joke with the higher time frame support and resistances. So the moment the candle broke above this one, so now we are waiting for the candle to break. We are waiting for the break above this one. Okay, we are waiting for the candle break above this one. Then we take what? We take a buy to this side. This is what I'm expecting. So if it doesn't happen around the landing session, maybe the pre-New York session, we are going to closure of the 9 o'clock candle. We are going to see a flip. Then we take a buy. Okay, so this is what we are looking for in the markets for today. I'm waiting for the candle. So either the candle flip, then maybe we will move towards, because now if you watch the H4 candle very well, we can see that what the ongoing H4 candle has broken above this one. If you can see it very well, we can see that the candle, the highs of this candle signs what an uptrend. So it's giving us a clue that what the trend is going to move up. But now, as I said, I've been saying, the market is about what, the exchange rate is about buying and selling. We either buy or you sell. So you are not going to get a smooth ride if the market is not going to trend up the whole of the day. by all means, buyers will come into the market, sellers will take over the market for some time, buyers too will take over for some time. So if you are trading, you need to have a trading plan about knowing where what you have to have focus. So your focus should be where is the market trended and where is your logical stop loss. That's the most important thing. So if you know your logical stop loss, you are not going to be bothered about what the retracements, you are not going to be bothered about the pullbacks and those stuffs. You get it? You are not going to be bothered because you know where what the trend is heading to. You know where your focus is. So when you see pullbacks like this one, you are not going to be bothered because you know exactly where the trend is heading to. Okay, you know where the trend is heading to. So now this is what you are going to be looking for on GBP US. So today we are going to be keeping an eye on GBP US. I think this is the pair that is giving an opportunity. Okay, this is the pair that is giving an opportunity. This one to be looking for a buy. So this pullback is just a minor pullback at the lower time frame. So maybe you will see a flip as it is doing a pullback. So you see, we had a resistance over here, resistance over here, resistance over here. Anytime if the body of the candle break above this one, you have to know that the trend has shifted to an uptrend, and the move is going to continue uptrend. You get it? Because you have a strong zone over here, resistance, 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 but you are not going to buy over here. The only thing that is going to give you a confirmation that the trend is an uptrend. You get it? So now we are waiting for the break. We are waiting for the flip of the candle breaking above this one. Then we take a buy. Okay. So today we are not going to be looking for sell because the daily time frame is the daily time frame is an uptrend. So one thing that if you are watching the daily trend very well, we can see that we still have a tradable zone for this one to get filled. So we are either going to see a retracement. We are either going to see a retracement. We are going to see the market moving up and retracing on this level. You get it? We are either going to see a retracement on this level since the market has not nearest support or resistance level. So as it broke this one, we're expecting it to pull back on this one. So you're going to retest on this one, or it's either going to retest on this one. You get it? So two levels that price might retest on. It's either going to retest on this one, but this one has already been invalidated. One thing you have to note is this level has already been invalidated by this candle. The moment this candle broke above this one, so the support level is supposed to be here. So we change it to a line chart for us to see it well. It was supposed to be here, but this is what has been invalidated. So now the valid support level is at this point. So now what I'm expecting is I'm expecting the daily candle to break to retest on this level, and the trend will continue up. That's what I'm expecting. So when you move to the H4 time frame, so the pullback that I'm expecting is I'm expecting a pullback to this level. Okay, but it's still valid been broken yet. The previous candle low hasn't been broken yet. You get it? So it's still valid that the trend might continue to this side. It's still valid that the trend might continue to this side, but I'm not going to take buy now. There's no a confirmation, but we have gotten what, a setup confirmation. So the setup is what, break. The setup is what, break. We had break, test, created a support. What are you expecting? Continuation to the nearest. Take profit is mostly accurate. So when you move to yesterday's trade, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is what I'm expecting. As I've showed you, I'm expecting the candle to what, flip bullish, then we take a buy. But yes, since it hasn't happened, let's move to what, the GBP USD trade analysis and see. So yesterday we had a beautiful trade on GBP USD. Those who were on the stream got some profit. I think those who are trading live account had some profit yesterday. They moved really, the market really moved well in our favor. So you see how price has retested, price got to our take profit. I hope you guys are seeing it. So the take profit, where we usually take profit, is mostly accurate. You get it? It's mostly accurate. Price rate tested on those levels, very, very exactly to that level. You get it? And now it is bouncing back. So this is the point, or this is the area that we took profit. I took profit when price got to this level. I took profit when price got to this level. So now what we are expecting is what? We are expecting looking for what? A sell. We are still looking for a sell. But this point is what? In a range. This point is not a tradable zone. This point is in a range, so it's not advisable to be trading around this level, even though a resistance has been created. So when there's a resistance created, you can what? So as yesterday it did over here, it created a resistance on this strong area. On this strong area, we had what? A resistance over here. We had a resistance over here. We had a resistance over here. Okay, so a resistance was created. So now, well, let's try and analyze everything afresh and see what you are going to expect. But I'll be looking for a sell today too. Monthly time frame, we are having what? A support over here. There was a support over here at the monthly time frame. So when you move to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame is an uptrend. You can see it very well. We had what? Higher high. Sorry, we had higher high over here. When this one got broken. This point the trend is an uptrend. So the moment this candle, so this is the point. So as I said, if price break out, be what? Higher high. If it is retesting, it's either going to retest on this one, or it's either going to retest on this one. Okay, so we have what? This is the point price is retesting. Okay, so if you want to see it well, you change it to a line chart. We have a support over here. So now price is what? An uptrend. You get it? Price is an uptrend. So The reason why I'm saying so, what is the current trend now? Who can tell me? What is the current trend now? So those on Telegram, what is the current trend now? According to this structure, how many people are on? So I think you have a lot of people. What's the current trend now? So those OGs.
Yeah. So with the trend right now, the current monthly candle hasn't closed yet.
I said the weekly. We are on the weekly time.
You can't tell me something. Yeah, the weekly. Yes. So the current weekly hasn't closed.
Yeah. So
it's still an uptrend.
Yeah, the weekly time frame is still an uptrend because it hasn't closed.
Yeah.
This candle was supposed to close below this one. This candle was the one that was supposed to close this one, and it's retested on what? The 100% structure level. Okay, this is the move. So if the trend is retracing, that's why mostly they use Fibonacci level. So if you use Fibonacci level, it's going to tell you the levels that price can retest on. So people use the body of the candle when they are trying to get the levels, and other people to use the wick levels. Okay, but you can use, I think the accurate one is using the body of the candle. So it's either ways. You can either use the body or the wick of the candles, the highs and the lows. The market has retested on 100%. Fibonacci levels is also it's simply support and resistances. So all these levels that you are seeing, you get it, these levels that you are seeing are since price is these levels that you are seeing, it's either going to be support or resistance level. You get it. But if price is up, all these levels that you are seeing are support levels. All these levels that you are seeing are various support levels. So the reason why I don't use that is because I can easily identify them using market structure. So why should I even put these things on those psychological levels? You can easily, so that's why I don't use them. But at first I used to be using them. Hello, Abochi. What's up? You called me yesterday. I was asleep by then. Not gentle. If you call Kwame, then talk him. I did do. So all these levels that you are seeing, all these levels that you are seeing are various support and resistance levels. So there's no need to even apply Fibonacci levels. You get it? There's no need. So if the market, so what it's trying to say is if price is retracing, it's either going to retrace on this one. It's either going to retrace on this one. It's either in this range, it's an uptrend. So that's the simple meaning of that. So that's what it's trying to depict to you. So currently, since price hasn't closed and it's still in session, we can't conclude that the trend is the trend is an uptrend. You get it? This candle is just it can just be a wick. So you can see this long wick. You see this long wick. So this one might even tell you that maybe the move is, so even though the body of the candle is below, but it hasn't closed yet, so you can't conclude for now. You get it? You can't conclude. It can just be a wick, and it will start moving up again. So let's move to the daily time frame. So in the daily time frame is where we are going to check the trend. So the daily time frame trend is what? The daily time frame trend is an uptrend. You get it? The daily time frame is an uptrend. The moment this one got broken, this is the point we had a change in character. We had change in character around this side. You get it? We had change in character around this side. change of character rather. So there was a change of character or change in trend. Okay, there was a change in trend around this side. So it structured towards a downtrend. You get it? So this is an uptrend. So let's identify the nearest support and resistances that the market might react on. So this is our nearest support level. If price is coming down, it is coming down to this side. So this was yesterday. This is the target I wanted to allow price to get to, but mostly the H4 support and resistances will also get respected. So I took profit when I go to the H4 support level. So when price go to this side, so now the daily time frame is a downtrend. The daily time frame is a downtrend. Let's check is the H4 time frame too is a downtrend. The H4 time frame is a downtrend. You get it? To the H4 time frame too is a downtrend. The H4 time frame is a downtrend. So the H4 time frame is a downtrend. So now we had a support over here. We had a support over here, and this created a support over here. But we can't take a sell. The reason why we can't take a sell over here is this range is very tight. Taking trade over here, you are just putting yourself in a tight range, and you need to make sure you are in a range that you can breathe. But if you are in a range that you can't even you can't manage the trade, it's going to be very hard. So you have to always, so the trade that we took over here, you can see the range over here. You see we had a big range over here. You get it? So if you are taking trade over here, the nearest we had the nearest support over here. One thing you have to notice you can't, the movement that you are the price movement that you are seeing on the chart is not all the move is for you. That's what you have to note. Not all the move is for you. You just need a small and you are done. Because the big candles seen as a beginner, I know you will be feeling that if you see a big move, then you are feeling very bad for yourself that you were not in the trade. Not everything, these candles that you are moving, it's going to move unless the forex market operates 24 hours a day, 5 days within a week. No, you can't catch every move. Okay, you can't. You just need small move. You just need small movements of candles like this one within a week. That's the only thing that you need. You can't catch these moves. If you don't catch it, it's not a problem. Okay, these moves that you are seeing, the market is going to move every day, unless on weekends. When you are trading forex or currencies, the market is going to move every day, unless on weekends. But you can't catch everything. That's what you have to notice. You can't catch everything. So you just have to know your pattern. Then you just trade. This one is not for me because it doesn't meet my entry criteria. So I'm not going to be taking this trade. You get it? Because when you check, even though we had a support, it created a support over here, but we had a tight range over here. We had a support over here. This is a tight range. You can't be taking a trade within this range, even though everything is pointing, so you know exactly that. So sometimes I know exactly where price is going to head to, but if there's no entry, I'm not going to execute. So this one, what you can do is wait for the candle to close, because we had a support over here. You had a support over here, and I've always been advising you don't have to sell on a support. You have to make sure price has broken below support and it has now turned to a resistance before you sell. If you are buying, you need to make sure above resistance level and it has now so you need to be buying on support and resistance level if you want to see consistent profit. If you want to see consistent profit, you don't have to be doing that. So this one is not for me. It doesn't meet the way I trade. But some people too are in a sell. That doesn't mean what I'm doing the wrong thing. Everyone sees the market differently based on your experience level. You get it? So based on my past trades, based on my track records, this trade doesn't fit the way I trade. This trade fits the way I trade. That's why I took this sell. Okay. So I took this sell because of what? It fits, it's inside my trading plan. That's why I trade. This trade is not in my trading plan. So if I take this trade and it moves in my favor, that means what? It's just a lucky trade. Okay, if I take this trade and it moves in my favor, it's a lucky trade. These trades are the ones that I've prepared. This kind of trade are the ones that I've prepared to be taken more over and over again. But these trades is not in my trading plan. Okay, so now what I'm waiting for is what? I'm waiting for the closure of the candle below this one, because this zone is a very strong zone. So as we had yesterday on the daily time frame, you had what? Support over here. So this one also give me an extra confirmation when the 8-4 candle broke below that level, when it's retested on this one, because on the daily time frame we had what? Two resistance levels. We had one resistance that bothered when price was retracing, because I knew it just a retracement and it's going to be very hard. Because when I entered the trade, I went in profit about like 13 pips. I went into profit. I entered it earlier before I even came to the stream. I entered it around this side. Price moved in my favor like 13 pips and started retracing. It retraced to this level. I was not bothered because of what? The zone over there. Because I knew this is a daily time frame and it's going to be, the daily time frame is a downtrend, H4 is a downtrend. You had a strong resistance level over there. So it's going to be very hard for price to what? Price to break through that zone before what? It will it will even go about that. So you need to have a trading plan. That's the secret in trading. Okay, the secret, those you see them making millions, is because they found their edge. They found something that they've seen working for them. And you can get two traders and they are all trading differently based on what? Their experience level. So trading is all about finding what works for you and what? Doing it over and over, repeating the same process over and over again. But most beginners don't know this thing. That's the secret in trading. Trading is all about, it's a pattern recognition. So if you know your pattern, so someone just trade like, I know someone doesn't I know a friend who doesn't even check a trend. What he does is what? This is what he does. He just trades to make sure. And this thing too that I'm talking about is giving the guy is making a lot of money trading this system. He makes sure the daily time frame. This is what he does. So if the daily time frame, he has to make sure price has been gotten to that resistance level 2 times. So this is one. This is what works for me. You get it? This is what works for me. And based on my 6 years experience in the game, this is what finally I realized, or I landed on, that it works for me. Let me check GG. Okay, GG. I don't know. Mostly they are supposed to move. They are inversely correlated pair, but I don't know why this week they have been moving together. So as I said, it's either going to retrace on this level. Okay, so as I was saying, this is how my friend, the guy is trading. Okay, he makes sure maybe he has seen what? He makes sure he has seen 1, 2. Okay, so if you see one support to the second support, the third support, he is either going to what? He's either going to sell. So with a sell, he has to make sure what? The confirmation is going to be either an engulfing candle. So So when he sees an engulfing candle, he's going to sell. And the guy is making money from that. So finding where you are going to find what works for you is what? By studying your past trades. So anytime you take a trade, you don't have to rejoice and just get over it. You need to sit down, ask yourself. So this trade that I took, even though I've been taking it more often, but on weekends I'm going to sit down and ask myself, why did I even take the trade? Okay, so those times I wouldn't have even taken this trade because what, we are not having bottom week. But the reason why I took it yesterday is because of what, I studied my past trades and I realized some time past the same thing happened. I took it and I made money. So why don't I take it? If Why don't I take it since what, it has repeated itself again? You get it? So that's why I took it over here. So trading is all about having time for yourself, going through your past trade, studying your past trade, seeing what works for you. Yeah, and what? So the moment consistently getting rid of your mistakes, that's when you become professional trader. So last time I was even saying it's going to be very, very hard for me to buy a prop firm and fill the account. It's going to be very, very hard. It's going to be very hard for me now. Before I even pass my account, I even said it that it's going to be very hard for me to buy an account and I'm going to fail. Because now I know what works for me and I've seen it and the thing has been repeating itself. So now the rest is what, for me to make a lot of money. You get it? For me to make a lot of money, because it took me it was only late last year, last year, October, December, there, that I found my edge in the market. Okay, but meanwhile, I've been doing this thing since 2018, late 2018, 2019. But it was only last year, that's what, it was only late 2023 that I found what works for me. So it took me like 5 to 6 years, close to 6 years, before what, knowing what works for me. So trading is not for fun. Trading is a serious game. So when you have a winning trade, sit down, ask yourself, why did you even take that trade? What did you see before even taking that trade? That is what is going to make you like that is what is going to allow you to be making a lot of money in the market. So the moment you sit down, ask yourself these questions, analyze, and sometimes you do a back testing and see whether those things has happened in the market before, and how did it even happen. You get it? How did it even happen? That's what is going to build you confidence. So a lot of people enter a trade and they panic. A lot of people enter trade when they are even when it's time for them to execute, they don't execute because of what, they've not studied the trade. Studying your trade gives you confidence. You are not going to panic. One, so yesterday you guys saw it. You can go back to yesterday's stream and check it. Yesterday I was even talking normal even when I was in drawdown, because I know this and I've seen it before. You get it? So you are going to build a confidence based on what, your experience level. So you need to have time for yourself, go back to your past trades and what, study your past trades. That's what's going to build you as a trader. That's going to make you a good trader. You get it? So don't just rejoice, don't just cry when you have a losing trade. You get it? Don't. So last time the Euro USD trade that we took, that we had last week rather, we had a loss. I went back and I noticed it wasn't my fault. It was the pair that I traded, because everything went in my favor. We took a sell over here. Everything went in my favor. So it wasn't my strategy, but it was the pair that I was trading. So I decided to what, get rid of Euro USD. You get it? We took a sell around the side. This is the point we took a sell. The thing retraced, made a consolidation, and what, came into my favor. You get it? So one thing, as I went back, analyzing, scrutinizing, examine why this trade didn't go in my favor, one thing that I landed on is what, this pair is not just a profitable pair. You get it? This pair. So sometimes everything might be all right. So the pair that you trade to has an influence. It has a major impact in your profitability. If you are trading a pair that doesn't resonate well with your strategy, everything will be perfect, everything will be all right, but you are not going to be seeing consistent profit. So I noticed that this focusing on the ones that have been seeing consistent profit. So selecting pairs too, you get it? Selecting pairs. So Forex is all about try and error. So yesterday someone asked me what is the best pair for a beginner. Everything is try and error. If you are trading Forex, currencies are there. If you want to trade commodity, we have gold, we have silver, we have crude oil and those things. They are all there. Commodities, they are all there. If you want to trade maybe cryptocurrencies too, we have many cryptocurrencies. You can be trading them, but everything is going to be based on what your try and error. So how I even landed on GBP USD is what I was trading. I've traded a lot of pairs. I've traded USD JPY. What I was doing is what I was also focusing on only one pair. So if I'm focusing on this pair, I focus on it for maybe some month, 2 months, 3 months. So I was trading USD JPY. I traded it for some time. I noticed this pair doesn't resonate. So that's why sometimes someone will mention a pair and I'll tell him this pair is not good for me. So USD JPY, everything was perfect, but it wasn't working well for me. So I ignored it. I moved towards AUD USD. I've traded AUD USD before, NZD USD. I've traded it before. I've traded gold. So I noticed, so as I was going back to my past trades, I noticed what most of the times my profitability is coming from GBP USD. My profitability is coming from GBP USD. So I decided to what? Get rid of all the pairs that have been taken and get rid of all those pairs, and I started focusing on what? GBP USD. And I bet you, as I started focusing on that, because you need to get rid of your losses and focus on your wins. You get it? Focus on your wins and make sure you are refining it to be what? The best that you are making. It is making you, as in you are focusing on it to refining it to be the best for you. You get it? So I ignored all those pairs that I'm not seeing consistent profit on it, and I started focusing on what? GBP USD. So as I started focusing on GBP USD, I've seen what? A vast difference. Okay, I've seen a vast difference among them. So as I started focusing on GBP USD, I started seeing consistent profit. So everything is all about trying. Okay, so it's going to take you a long time. So don't expect to get it within a month, but you need to get the right information. So I've showed you how you'll be able to select a currency pair that you will trade. I've shown you everything. Okay, so Forex is all about having time for yourself. It's very hard at the initial stage. It's very hard finding something that works for you. But when you figure out what works for you, the rest is to print money. You are going to make money like crazy. You get it? So imagine even this trade that we took yesterday. Imagine maybe you use like 10 lots. Okay, so we entered the trade around this side. Imagine you use 10 lots. You enter the trade around the side. So the stop loss was around. The stop loss is around 20 pips. So if you are using 10 lots, 10 lots, what is going to be the 1 pip? The monitoring value is going to be $100, right? $100. So 1 pip is it going to be $100 or $10? Yeah, $100.
It's 100.
Yeah, $100.
One is 10.
Okay, so it's going to be $100. So imagine maybe you use 10 lots over here. The pip range is what? The pip range is what? 37 pips. So multiply $100 by 37. 3,700. So if you're in Africa and you are getting 3,700 within a day, just some few hours, imagine. It can take care of you for the whole, it can even take care of you the whole year if your expenses are not high. 3,700, multiply it by the exchange rate. Current exchange rate is 16 point something. Let's say 16.5. 61,000. Damn, even if you are working for the government the whole year, how much is it going to be your pay? So you see, so you don't have to rush the process. It's all about the skill. If you get a skill, everything is going to be secondary. So I would have even gotten 30 something thousand, 3,000 something over here, and it's easily for you to get. And it's not about you not having the funds. You can use Profem to be getting this thing. So assuming maybe you are managing maybe $500,000 accounts or maybe $50,000 account and getting returns on this one. Even the profit split, sometimes they make it 80 20, you are getting 80% of the profits you are making. So if you are getting 80% of the profit that you are making on maybe $100,000 account, imagine the returns you are getting. You just bought, you use few money, just small money to buy an account, and you are getting this return. So it's not about the money. Money is not problem in trading. Now it's very simple. Okay, those times we started, money was a problem. That was 2018. Profem wasn't there. Like Profem started evolving around 2020. When we started Profem, so the first Profem was, I think FTMO came around. That's what I heard about. Profem was there, the traditional Profem was there, but when it comes to those, just the evolving one like the FTMOs and those, it wasn't there. You get it. So getting funds, unless maybe a friend of yours, you just tell your friend you can be able to trade for him and he'll give you funds. But now things are very easy. You get it. Get to trade is very easy. You just have to prove your skill set that you can do it. You are going to be funded very simple. So learn the skill. That's the most important thing. Money is not an issue. So as I'm saying, the GBP JPY, the daily time frame is trying to retest on this one. So we are getting the final level that price is going to prove to us that it's still going to be an uptrend. It's going to prove to us that price is still going to be an uptrend. So I was expecting this move to break since it has broken this one, but this can be the final touch. So if it breaks this one, that means it has broken this one, it has broken this one. But yes, so it can move up because the candle hasn't closed yet. So let's see, maybe we can see a flip of the H1 candle. If you see a flip of the H1 candle, we can take an aggressive buy. You get it? Because it has created a support tool over here. And so this support is still valid. This support is still valid. Okay. By this week I've gotten a trade, so I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm just going to be patient. Unless I see a high probability trade, I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm going to be relaxed because what I've gotten a trade for the week, and I think the trade has even helped me pass my profit and other stuff. So I'm not going to be relaxed. I need to chill. So I'm going to wait for a high candle to break and close below this one, above this one, and what I will take a sell. I'll take a buy. Okay. So now I think like it's breaking the low. It's breaking the low. So even if you are starting out, if you buy 5k challenge account, if you are starting out 5k challenge account, if you pass the account, you get it. And every month you are getting like 2% on the account. So 2% on the account is going to give you like 2% on account is going to give you like, let me see, 5 times 2% on account. It's going to give you like $100. So with $100 profit splits of 80%, you're going to get $80. So convert $80 to what your exchange rate 16, or let's say, I'm sure by the end of the year it will get to 17. So let's make it 17. So it will be 1,360. It will be an additional source of income. Just $80. You get it. It will be an additional. So you people should take Forex seriously. You people should take Forex. Invest in yourself. Okay, invest in yourself. Acquire more knowledge. That's the most important. Money is secondary when you have the knowledge. I don't know why most Africans are most youth are chasing money. Life doesn't work that way. You get it? If you want to be successful in life, this what. So when I started out in my life, my whole journey has been knowledge acquisition, acquiring knowledge. Because one thing I'm someone who likes listening to people who are successful. I'm almost on YouTube. Always I'm on YouTube, listening to podcasts, listening to people who have achieved it. One thing I noticed, one common thing I notice about them is what you need to make sure. Even trading, as I came out to teach, I make sure what one thing that I heard from someone is what make sure you are good. If you are good, people will just rush you. You get it? So the reason why you paid me money is because you notice I'm good. So don't rush the game. Just be good. If you are good, money will be secondary. People will pay you. Just teach me. People will pay you. So just be good. If you are good, money will be secondary. But people are rather sacrifice for today. If you sacrifice for today, so today is like motivation. I think enough. You need to pay for consultation. So we are waiting for the candle to break above this one. Then we take a buy for now. So since today we are not having any technical, we are not having any high impact news. So we are waiting for the closure of the candle. So let me check my boys who are in. Okay. So we are waiting for the closure of the candle. So if you have a question too, you can drop it in the chat box. Those on YouTube, if you have a question. So those who missed it yesterday, we had a winning trade, and if you are not around yesterday, that means you missed the trade. So as I've been saying, you don't know when the opportunity will prevail itself. So that's why we always come to the chat. Either we got a trade or you don't get a trade. We always present ourselves. That's how the market. You are not going to be notified when there's going to be an opportunity. So in forex trading, you need to treat it as what 9 to 5 job. So 9 to 5, you report at the workplace maybe 8 o'clock to 8:30, and you close 5 o'clock. You need to treat forex the same thing. So either there was going to be work or there was not going to be work, you are still going to report to the workplace. So the same thing in forex. Either yesterday you had a winning trade or you didn't have a winning trade, you need to come to the chat every day. Okay, you need to come to the chat you need to watch the chat every day. So for the past 6 years, there's no single day that I've not watched the chat. So I have a lot of experience. You get it? There's no single day that I've not watched the chat. Yeah. So there's no single day that I've not watched the chat. So you need to watch the chat every day, because you are not going to be notified on when there's opportunity. According to the way you trade, there's opportunity going to prevail itself. You don't know when. Okay. So every day you need to watch the chat. Every day you need to watch the chat. So maybe you will get an opportunity. So some weeks you can go the whole week watching the chat every day, and you are not going to and you are not going to what? You are not going to be getting an opportunity. So why don't I take a sell? Because it doesn't fit my trading plan. This move doesn't, so I don't just place buy and sell. Elijah, I don't just place buy and sell. I place buy and sell when it is in my trading plan. So I have a trading plan. My trading plan is what? To wait for the candle to what? Break above this one before I'll take a sell. So I don't just take every move in the market. I make sure it fits in my trading plan before I would take it. You get? So I don't just watch the chart like this and see this thing will be sell, so let me sell. Nah. That's not how professionals treat the chart. They trade within their trading plan. So my trading plan, this sell doesn't fit the way I trade. Okay, it doesn't fit the way I trade. So what I'm going to be for the candle to break below this one, then I'll take for the candle to break above. I'm looking for a buy, not a sell, according to the way I plan. So I don't just execute. I'm a beginner and I think just to learn daily. Yeah, so you need to. Okay, so one thing I've noticed is what forex is not about like buying a course. So that's why I even introduced this one. Forex is not about getting a course, like someone giving you a video, watching it, and you become profitable. The best way to learn forex is what? Watching someone trading live. That's how I learned. I used to watch someone doing the same thing. Okay. And I watched the person for consistently for more than a year. I said more than 3 years, and I still watch the person. You get? I still watch the person. So that's how we learn. You watch from an experienced person. You watch from someone who is way ahead of you. So that's how we learn. So this is not, the sell is not in my trading plan. So I'm going to wait for the closure. This is what I'm expecting it to happen. I want to see a buy. That's what I'm looking for. By someone to be selling. But that doesn't mean the person is wrong. That's what fits inside the person's trading plan. But for me, this doesn't fit my trading plan. And one thing you have to notice is what? No matter how you trade, within a month, within a week, you are going to get your setup. You just have to There's no way your setup is not going to happen. Is the problem. Waiting is the problem. So this is what I'm expecting to happen. So when it happens like this, then I'll be willing to take. When it happens like that, I'll be willing to take a buy. So I don't take trades every day. Okay, so these are points I'll be buying. I'll be buying around this level. But this sell is not in my trading plan, even though according to structure, I even told you people that what, since the 15 minutes has created higher high high low, higher high higher low, so I didn't even take. So I started seeing a change in my trading journey ever since I started joining your live stream. Wow. So imagine if I gave up, this person wouldn't have seen a change. So if I giving up in life, you have to think about the generation to come. Imagine if I gave up because I was not seeing results, I was frustrated. So imagine if I gave up, this person wouldn't have seen a change. So don't give up. So you are also doing well by also sticking to watching the live stream. So this doesn't fit my trade. I'm going to do a boot camp 15. So those who have not registered, so it's left with only 8 slots. So if we're not taking advantage of the boot camp, with the boot camp, we are going to start everything afresh. You get it? So how to set up your method. We're going to break everything down for 30 days. Every day we are going to meet every day in the evening for 30 days. Every day 2 hours for 30 days. Imagine. So next time, even the amount I'm going to charge, I'm not sure I'm for 30 boot camp, I'm going to charge lesser than that again. The boot camp currently, I said after 10th, I'm going to charge 800, but for now I'm charging only 600. So for next time when I'm doing a boot camp, this thing is going to drain me. I never plan of doing it, but one thing is what, people are not seeing results. So I decided to be doing it that for people to see whatever I've been talking about, because mostly when people join me, getting the course is not helping people. Like, people are not getting it, and I think it brings a lot of people. Sometimes people ask you some question and you just ask yourself. So one thing I noticed is, well, I just have to do that. Okay, so with the boot camp, I'm going to guide you. You get it? I'm going to guide you every day. So we are going to start afresh, how to open a broker account. I'll be live like this one, how I'm doing it. Or do it this way, do it this way. Everyone will be on the live for 2 hours every day for 30 days. Imagine. And the next time, I'm not going to charge such an amount. I'm not going to. Who is teaching profitably doing live webinars with you like this and be charging such a low amount? So next time, I'm not going to be charging that. So you need to take action now. So every day for 2 hours, 30 days, starting from the scratch, what is Forex, the apps, the everything that you need to know to the advanced level. I'm going to talk about fundamentals. So fundamentals, I've not talked about it on the live stream before. Like, I've not gone deep into the fundamentals before. So we are going to talk about fundamentals, how you be able to interpret the news event, especially the high impact news like this official cash rate, how you'll be able to interpret it. So sometimes you can be trading the fundamentals too, if you really understand what is about to happen. So we're going to be talking about all these things in the 30 days, and it's for this cheap amount of money. So I just want only few people. I want like 10 people, so that I'll be able to track track their performance. Okay, if the people are many, it's become very hard for you to track their performance. So if you are having only few people that you are lecturing or you are teaching, it's become very easy for you to track their performance. So I'm going to be taking only few people. So I want only 8 people, and for now only 2 people have registered, and the I think the 600, the early bird price ends on 10th. So after 10th, it's going to. I don't care even if I get like three people. If I get three people, I'm still going to continue. You get it? So as I said, if I'm in Ghana, the boot camp. If you're outside Ghana, let me use dollars. So it's like I think it's like 600 would be like 16.5. 16.5. Then it will be like 600 cities when you are in Ghana. So we are going to be breaking down everything from scratch. So you need to take action now. Okay. You need to take action. The next boot camp, I'm not going to, I swear I'm not going to be charging such an amount because this one is going to drain me. I'm not sure I'll be even getting time to go to the gym in the evening because of the boot camp. And I'm going to give my best. I have to make sure people are getting results because if people have results, that's when you can even boast of your students that students are seeing results. You don't have anything to show. So I will be making sure I'm going to give out my best in the boot camp. So if we're not taking action, and those who are already in the mentorship group, I've given you a discounted, just a low price, so you can also join. If I've gone through the course, it's not compulsory though. If I've gone through the course and you are still not getting it, you can still join. Okay, with the discounted price that I gave out, like 300 cedis. So we are waiting for the candle to flip. So as it got to this side, it's flipping. Okay, so I'm waiting for the 30-minute candle to close. If the 30-minute candle close above this one and it's flip bullish, then maybe we can be going in for a buy. Not $600. I said $38 if you are not in Africa. If you are not in Ghana. It's $38 for now. So if you want any further information, you can chat me over here. WhatsApp me. So this is my WhatsApp line. You can WhatsApp me. You are going to talk. You are going to be starting everything afresh. Okay, you are going to start everything afresh. How I've been plotting. So you see how my zones have been respected. So see, yesterday we took a trade, and this is the points I took profit, and you see the body of the candle close exactly on the level. You get it? So this one, those times when I started out, taking profit was a very difficult thing for me to. Sometimes I'll be in a trade and I don't know whether to close the trade or to allow the trade to run because I don't know where to take profit. You get it? By now, for just so the boots come, let me for just this little token. So the $38 ends in what? It's going to end on 10th. After 10th, the price will increase. As I said, I don't care the number of people who will join because I'm more interested in quality people. You see, some people will pay you and they will just come and worry you. I want quality people. So from next year, I'm going to groom some people that you are only going to focus on. You are going to kill the prop firm. Okay. I'm going to get some people that we are going to kill the prop firm companies. We are going to be cashing out plenty. So I will need some people that they are serious. We are going to be checking the trades together, how to even apply risk management when you are trading the prop firm, how you'll be able to scale up your account and those things. I'll be training people like that. So if you are here, count yourself to be financially free from next year forward. count yourself to be financial free. You are going to some. I want to see some people quitting their job by next year, focusing doing businesses, get the money that they'll be getting in trading, they'll use it for businesses and other stuff. So as I said, if the candle hasn't closed, you can't conclude. So you see the body of the candle, you see this was just a wick, okay? Because this zone is very strong. You see the candle move came back to the extent to this side, thinking maybe price is going to head down. But you see, because of the zone, it just wick in candles. It was just a wick. It just wick in and what? It was just a wick. So you need to pay attention. If the candle hasn't closed, you don't need to conclude. And one thing is what trading money is not. If you get trade today doesn't mean you are going to get tomorrow. Okay, so that mindset of getting trades every day. Then if you want to get trades every day, you need to focus on the 15-minute time frame, because with the 15-minute time frame, I think within a day you can even get like 3 trades, more than three. I know someone who used to be taking like within a week he can take 40 trades within a week. That's crazy. Within a week taking 40 trades. So that person is just going to concentrate on 5 minutes and those stuff. So that one you can take a lot of trades. You can take a lot of trades. So you are waiting for the candle to flip. So as the I think GBP JPY will be doing that. Okay. So I want to see the candle to flip. To see the candle to flip. So like the live stream we do it every day. Okay, we do it every day to help some people, especially those who don't have funds to pay for the mentorship. So sometimes we share free trade ideas. You can be on the live stream, and I can at least every week, within a week, we get a trade. Every week we get a trade, so you can be hanging around, but you don't know when the trade is going to come. So you need to show up every day if you want to be getting trades from me. So if you're on YouTube, you can just find your account. Just show up every day. Show up every day. If I give you the trade signal, you just focus the account. You are just going to focus on the trades that I'll be sharing. So if I give trade ideas, you take it on your accounts and you build it small. You get money, pay for education, then you take it from there. You get it. So you just have to show up every day. I do it every day from morning session. So in the next 30 minutes, you are going to close down the stream. Okay, because I just want to see the H1 candle close. If it doesn't close, then I don't think there's an opportunity. Okay, so this is a place that you can come around, ask question, anything that is bothering you. So you need to ask question. If question, you've made it one man show. You have to ask questions. When you ask questions, that's when you're going to get your questions answered. But if you keep it to yourself, you are going to die with your problems. Share your problems and you'll be released. If you keep your questions to yourself, you are going to. And a shy person in this generation, the era that we are in, those who are shy doesn't make money. Those who make a lot of money are those who make noise. Those who make a lot of money are those who make noise. So sometimes you see someone on social media, you tell yourself, this guy is crazy. What you are doing, what is this guy doing, or what is this lady doing? You don't know that the amount that a person is earning. So you don't have to be shy. If you are shy, you are never going to be rich in this generation that you are in. If you are shy in this era, if you are shy, you're never going to be making money. You just have to take away the shy. No one cares. You just take away your shy and what? You move on. You do whatever makes you happy. Put yourself out there. So as I said, the wicks, we don't use the wicks to conclude. has weak inside. It's the zone has rejected. You are not going to take a trade now. So the H42, I was thinking it's going to flip. So you see the reason why. So you see the pattern. Let me show you something. You see this pattern? Is it not the same thing? This pattern over here. If you can watch it well, last week trade. This was last week pattern. Is the same pattern. Is the same pattern that you are seeing over here. You get it? It's the same pattern that you are seeing over here. If you guys can watch it well, it's the same pattern that you are seeing over here. So it's the same pattern that you are seeing over here. If you guys can watch it, so does it mean the same thing is going to happen today too? It's the same pattern. But with this one, last time I was expecting the candle to break above this one, then I'll take it. So this one too, is this one going to flip, or the 9 o'clock candle is going to close around this area? So if it's close around this area, then so you see this one happen. You just have to wait for what? A shift in structure at H1 time frame. You need to wait for a shift in structure at the H1 time frame. So it's the same thing that happened. One thing I've seen about GJ is what this kind of setup really happens. So it's the same thing that happens over here. Break and retest. But thing that happened over here is the same thing that happened to over here. And it's the same thing that happened, the same thing that happened. So when it happens like that, when you have to move to the lower time frame, so because H4 is not going to give you an entry. So last time I wanted to take a buy over here before the NFP on Friday, but the pip range was very big. So I wanted to take a buy at the 30-minute candle. When this candle closed like this, I wanted to take a buy. My stop loss is going to be here. By checking the range, it's the same thing that is going to happen. So now you need to wait for a shift in structure. So a shift in structure can be H1. You have to see something like this, because it's a downtrend now. Okay, or you move to the 30-minute time frame, see something like this. You see something like this, then you take a buy. You need to see a shift in structure, because H1 is already what? A downtrend, but this is just a pullback. Okay, this is just a pullback, but this one I would prefer when all the time frames are in direction to an uptrend. That's what I would like to prefer. So I'm a beginner and I lost money sometimes back using signals without the knowledge. How much start trading during your life? So trading is not about the amount of money. I can't tell you the amount of money you can start with, but the most important thing is what? How much are you willing to lose? Because anytime that you deposit money in your trading account, one thing you have to notice what? You need to count it as what? A money gone. Okay, a money gone, because it is not guaranteed. It's just a probability game. Whatever you are doing over here is a probability game. But if you have an edge is just the statistical advantage you have over the market. Okay, so a series of trades, if you have an edge, a series of trades, you are going to come out successful. A series of trades. So what I'm saying is what the underlying word is what? A series of single trade or two trades. Okay, so that's when you are going to determine whether you have an edge in the market or you don't have an edge edge in the market. So the series of trades is going to determine what whether you are. So anytime the ability that's what with an edge at long run, you are going to come out what successful. Okay, so anytime you deposit money in your trading account, because the probability playing out, you don't know when you are going to get a winning trade. Maybe the series can be loss, win, win, loss, win. You get it. You don't know when your wins are going to start coming. So money, count it as what? Money gone. Money gone. Okay, so how much are you willing to lose? That's the question you need to ask yourself. How much are you willing to lose based on what? Your financial capacity. How much are you willing to lose in the market? So if you are willing to lose, like if you are willing to deposit like $100 or $200, that's, even if you lose, you are not going to, like, it is not going to send you back to the village. I think it's okay to deposit that amount of money. So you need to make sure the amount of money that you are depositing, one, it's not going to send you back to your village, or maybe what, it's not going to affect uh, you paying your bills. Okay, so you need to have a money that you are not going to be bothered in case maybe it is gone. So I can't tell you strictly you have to deposit like $100. And you need to check your what, your skills level. Okay, so me, for instance, I traded for more than 5 years, and I wasn't buying any profit. I just recently started buying profit because I knew I wasn't good at the game. I've not found my edge. You get it. So I was delaying the process. I wasn't good at, like, I've not found my edge. So I was delaying. So I became good. I knew within me that I can trade. I can, if you give me an account, I can trade before I even founded my account. So if you don't have a strategy, if you are not good at what you are doing, just don't fund your account. That's the advice I'm going to give you. Don't fund your account. Just trade them more. So you become good at what you are doing. And when you become good at what you are doing, you start funding it with what? A small amount of money. So I can't tell you the amount you can fund, but based on how much are you willing to lose if you are starting out. Okay, so, or how much are you willing to lose if in case maybe things didn't go on, or things didn't go as planned? How much are you willing to lose? So how much can I start? Okay, I'm a beginner and I lost money sometimes, like using signals without the knowledge. Yeah, so that's the thing. Signals. So some people have joined some signals group. So my content is solely based on education. I want to educate people for them to what? To be making decision by themselves. That's the best thing you can do. Like, there's some kind of joy when you've been able to analyze it yourself and you've noticed the thing has played out. If you analyze the thing yourself and it plays out, I think there's some joy in it. Okay, there's some joy in it. So that's the thing that you need to yearn for. Don't be going into long term thing. I think trying to get the knowledge is the most important thing. So signals, you are going to lose money, especially people will tell you they're going to sell you robots. You don't have to waste your time learning the thing and other stuff. Bro, they are just lying to you. Robots and those things has no longevity. Within a short time, and those investment, people investing in, they are going to invest, someone is going to trade for you. It's not something I'm going to advise someone to be doing. Even if it's going to take you like 2 to 3 years, okay, that's the best way to do it. You master the skill, you are the one who lost the money. But handing your money to someone to trade for you, I think that's not the best way to do it. Just learn how to do things yourself. So for me, in my whole life, I don't like depending on someone. Even though in life, no matter what, you need someone, but don't rely solely on someone for your means of income or your source of income. You get it? Don't rely on someone. So at least losing and learning and beginner with zero knowledge but a flow. So if I ask you now, wake you up from sleep, or if someone wakes you up from bed and the person asks you, what are the things that you look for before you execute a trade? What are some of the things that you are going to tell the person? Is it going to be a consistent something? So that's the thing that you need to be asking yourself execute a trade. What are you going to tell the person? So those are the things that you need to ask yourself. You get it? Those are the things that you need to, if you are not able to tell, or if you are not able to what say the things that you look for before you execute a trade, then what, you are not good in trading, or you've not gotten, you don't have a trading plan. So you need to understand normally the things that you look for before you execute a trade. The boot camp, that upcoming boot camp, so it will start on 15. So next week we are starting the boot camp next week. So if you have not enrolled on the boot camp, then you are doing yourself, and the next time the price is going to be more than that, as I've said. So you are waiting for the candle to flip this side, the candle to flip. If the candle flip bullish, then you take a buy. So the GBP JPY has 10 towards. So with GBP JPY, I'm going to take a buy when the candle break above this one. That's when I'm going to take a buy. That's when I'm going to take a buy, when it breaks above this one. The daily candle break and close above this one. So when it breaks and close above this one, I think the buy is going to be nice. When it breaks above this one, I think we can take a buy. The pip range is going to be around 30 pips. You get it? So 30 pips, I think it's enough. You can take a buy over here. So that's what I'm be looking for. But unless the daily candle has closed to what? Change the structure before I'll take a buy. Before I'll take a buy, because this zone is a strong zone. So if you are taking a buy, that means what? You are going to buy on this resistance level, which is not an advisable way to go. So if it is pulling back, it's going to pull in above this one like this. If it breaks above this one, the candle breaks above this one, so trading becomes very simple if you have a trading plan. If you have a trading plan, you are not. If you are not having a trading plan, you become very stressed. Trading becomes very stressful because you don't know exactly what you have to look for when you come to the charts. You don't know exactly what you have to be looking for when you come to the chart. But if you have a trading plan, these are the things that you are looking for. If it doesn't happen, you are not going to execute. So trading is a systematic and a disciplined game. So this one like this, as I said, I'm waiting for this. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to execute. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to execute. So let me check on gold. Been a while I check on gold. So gold has been consolidating for some time. So let me check the monthly time frame. So on gold, the weekly time frame. So next month is the US election, so I think it's 15th or so. So let me check it on. I think it's 15th November. When is the upcoming? When is the upcoming US election? Yeah, 5th November. So next month, you are going to see moves. You are going to see some big moves in the markets because of the election. So 5th November. Let me see 5th November. Okay. So 5th November is the time you are going to be having. So let me check the fundamentals and see what is going to happen. Either it's on weekends or wow. So presidential election. You are going to be having okay. Wow. So 5th November is going to be very volatile day. So you are going to be seeing the pound rise because of rumors and those things. Investors are going to be afraid to keep their monies in dollars because of the election. You know, elections are mostly uncertain. You don't know what is going to happen. Okay, so we are going to see bullish moves in the gold USD. You are going to see bullish moves in gold USD. You are going to see an uprise for gold USD, and mostly investors are not willing to keep their money in unless maybe everything has been released and the president who is going to be elected before we are going to see stability in the markets. But when the election is about to happen, I'm sure we are going to see bullish move in so as you are here, you are going to be witnessing it together. So next month on 5th, so it's almost there. 5th, you are going to be seeing that you're going to see gold USD rising. So if you're an investor, you can start buying gold USD. If you're an investor, you can start buying gold USD. You can buy and hold, but you need to make sure you are buying it at a very low price. Okay, you need to make sure. So since it's a monthly, mostly trying to make an investment, you need to think about the higher time frame. So maybe you can find the higher time frame support and resistances. So you buy it at a very cheap price and you sell it at a very high price. So if you are focusing on the daily time frame, then maybe you need to look for a pullback to this side, which I doubt it will happen. Then you buy, if you are buying at this level, or if you buy it at the daily time frame, so either you wait for the candle to get to this side. So by the time, so this is 1 2, so I think you still have a lot of time. So either focus on the daily time frame. So if price gets to this side, you can buy gold USD and you hold it. So when you see an uprise move, so one thing about the technical analysis is going to help you to know when to enter the trade or where to enter the trade, and the fundamentals too is going to give you a clue on where that is. So fundamentals mostly, it gives you the setup. Okay, it gives you the directional bias. So the directional bias is what gold USD is going to rise, but where exactly are we going to buy? That's when the technicals come inside. So the technical come inside to give us where we are going to enter. Where is the right place to enter the market? You get it? Where is the right place to enter the market? That's what mostly the technical analysis does. So I'm hoping to be seeing something of that sort on gold USD. But currently it's on daily support levels. So unless the candle has closed So if the candle closed below, I think then you need to wait for around this election will start. So we're currently on what, a support level. We are currently on a support level. So the H4 time frame. So the daily time frame is an uptrend on gold USD. Usually gold respects the H4 support, the H4 trend. Gold is an uptrend. Sorry, it's currently a downtrend. You see, when you change it to a line chart, you'll be able to see it all over here. This is the point where the side. But some people would say because it's only one candle, so they are not going to factor it, they are not going to take it in consideration. But usually I take this one into consideration. So I see it to be a downtrend. The H42 is what? A downtrend. But the ranges on gold is not wide like that. The H42 is a downtrend, but the ranges on gold, you don't have enough range for us to trade within on gold. So you change it to a line chart to see the clear zones. So we have a support over here. You have a support over here. You get it. So the ranges are not, so I think you still have an opportunity. So since the H4 has broken, as the H4 broke, okay, so the H4 hasn't broken it yet. So you see, this zone is a strong zone, so don't rely on the lower time frame breaking it. Don't rely on the H4 breaking it. Hello? I'm fine. Yeah, so I got it yesterday, and so I'll let the guy send it to you today. I said I got it. I've been able to buy it, so the guy will be sending. The guy will be coming for it and send it to you today. Yeah. The thing. So unless I ask the guy, so I'll call the guy. Currently on something, so when I'm done, I'll call the guy for him to do it. I don't have what. I said it's with the guy who went for it yesterday. So unless maybe I call him, so he's the one going to send it to you. Yeah. Yeah, this morning. Yeah. So if anything, I'll update. All right. Thank you. So you need to wait for the candle to close. You need to wait for the higher time frame candle to close because this is a daily zone. You get it. This is daily zone. Relying on the 15 minutes break is not a great confirmation. So for me, I would love to wait for the H4 to close before close. But based on your experience level, so I think there's no entry. There's no entry for you good, but I'm expecting it to continue selling. Okay, I'm expecting it to continue selling. So if the H4 close, make a pullback, and what, the trend will continue. The trend will continue. So that's what I'm expecting on gold. Let me check GBP USD buying GJ. So I was expecting GJ to also continue up. Okay, I was expecting GJ to continue. I'm expecting GJ to continue up, but I think it has done opposite. So what I was expecting on GJ has rather happened on GBP USD. I think maybe. All right. So I'm kind of I have something to attend to, so maybe you end it over here. So see you guys tomorrow, same time. I was expecting this is what I'm expecting. So you have to wait for the H4 candle to wait for the H4 candle to close above this one. So if the H4 candle close above this one, or maybe it's going to happen like what's happening over here. You see what's happening over here? Maybe something of this sort is what's going to happen. But it's better you wait for the candle to break above this one, because this zone, if the candle is going to close around this side, this is a tight zone because you have a resistance over here. You had another resistance over here. So I recommend you wait for the candle to break above this one. Then what happens? The candle body close maybe around the side. Then you can go to the H1 time frame, wait for the shifting trend. Wait for the shifting trend. Then you take what? The buy. This kind of entry is very tough for me, especially if I don't get what I'm looking for. And it happens that I've been missing a lot of trades on such trade setup. Okay, so this one, or last week I missed this one, I missed this one, I missed this one, I missed this one. You get it? So it's the same thing that is going to happen, because you know exactly where price is going to head to, but because there's no proper entry, sometimes entering becomes very difficult. So what I'll be waiting for is what I'm hoping this candle is going to flip above this one. If it flips above this one, we can take a buy. Okay, we can take a buy, and the trend will continue to this side. Okay, so any questions so far on YouTube? If you have any question, drop it before I will leave. Any questions? So the bootcamp, as I said, registration is still ongoing. Registration is still ongoing, so you can register. 15th we are starting. Okay, we are starting it on 15th, so kindly register before it's too late. Invest in yourself. That's the best way to be the fastest way to be successful, is what, to invest in yourself. I've been giving free, yes, free money is being given, so why are you scared you are not going to see results? The results is already showing. Do you want to be? So if you're able to pass a prof firm, do you know the amount you are going to get, as in the payout and those stuffs? It's going to change your life. So invest in yourself, please. Invest in yourself. Don't be scared. Don't be stingy. Okay, all right. So if there's no question, let's call it a day. See you tomorrow, same time. Okay, any questions so far? Those on Telegram, any question? Any question? All right, so if there's no question, I think I'm going to call it a day. I have something to attend to. All right, YouTube. See you tomorrow. Thank you all for joining today's live stream. See you same time tomorrow. Okay, same time tomorrow at the same time. And tomorrow to try and bring your questions. Ask questions. That's when you are going to get your problems being solved. All right, so bye bye to you all.